Well, the idea really came about when I first moved to Mackay a couple of years ago, and I lived out at the harbour, and one Sunday of the month there was a show and shine out there, and I was walking past one day and I saw all these incredible motorcycles and thought, very unusual that you'd see so many rare motorcycles there. And because I've been a motorcyclist since I was 17, really got a strong interest in that sort of thing. And then I started talking to people and realised that it wasn't just the motorbikes, it was the stories of the people that were really interesting as well. So they weren't just collectors who collected the motorbikes and shoved it in their sheds and kept them there. These people actually rode the motorcycles. Some of them made their motorcycles, like this extraordinary one by Lucky Kaiser. And I didn't really go to any clubs and ask them about what was going on. I just would talk to an individual and they would point me towards someone else who would then point me towards somebody else, and that's really how it all happened. So the selection was based on not just the motorcycle, but it was also about the interesting story of the person who owned the motorbike as well. So that's how the selection happened. You'll see 16 motorbikes, but there's 18 stories. Dale Murray left in the late 50s, left Mackay and travelled overseas, which is a very unusual thing for a young person to do, and particularly from a regional town. You know, it might have been someone, wealthy people from the cities would do that. And then he bought a motorcycle over there. He bought the Dot Scrambler, which is a beautiful motorcycle, and he and his mate Barry rode it around Europe, and that was just such a remarkable story, and his memory is phenomenal. He can remember where he was, who he met, and where he stayed on that trip in the late 50s, which is quite remarkable. And then of course he shipped the Dot back to Sydney and then rode it up here, and it was pretty much dirt road all the way, and then did it again. Went back to England, took the bike over with him, and then brought it back again. So that story is just beautiful because it's not just about a love of a motorcycle, but it's about this incredibly intrepid traveller, and at a time when people just didn't travel. So it's a beautiful story.